right? At some point you mentioned about sometimes being relegated to social work where they belong, where they belong. And so a place where we belong.
Yes.
So what does it look like?
Wow, that's utopia. Which is what I hope to see in my lifetime, right? It's somewhere where if I go for a job interview, my past work history, my qualifications, my transcript is what the employer is going to be looking at, not under the table and looking at my guide dog and wondering, where's the dog going to pee? That's in the sense of an interview, that will be ideal, right? A place for me. You're looking at me as a person, not my disability. When if I were to be young enough again and I were to date someone and he takes me home, the parents are not going to wonder, are our grandchildren going to be disabled? Or have questions like that, or dissuade their child from having a long-term relationship with someone with a disability, right? Where we can just be seen as everyone else and who we are as people, what we need as people, the dignity we have is the same as anybody else. If you, who is not disabled, hope that your child, your loved one, your brother, your sister is going to get a chance at their interview because they are very qualified for the job, then it's going to be the same for the disabled person. And if we can see everyone the same, then that will be utopia. That will be a place for us where we belong, where the playing field is level, where there's reasonable accommodation. If an employer were to give me a job without technology for me to do my job, like a text-to-speech software to read the computer, and I can only use their computer and not bring mine, then I won't be able to do my job.
So a lot of that is focusing on the outside, right? Outside of the house.
Yes.
What about at home? Having a sibling or even a partner. So what are the elements here that people can do in order for, like you mentioned earlier, like some preconceived idea, for example, the in-laws thinking, what about the children? Will they have the disability as well? But say for someone like closer than the in-laws, obviously, it can be a partner, can be a sibling, a best friend. What are the changes needed here that you see based on your experience?
I like the way my mom did things. Maybe because that's the way I grew up. But just because we're disabled doesn't mean we need to be pitied and served and be treated like prince, princess, whatever you want to call it. Yes, of course, as a partner, sometimes, we definitely want to be loved. We want flowers and whatever else and nice words and kisses and all of that. But if, say, for example, the disabled person, let's say it's a blind person and you're going on a date and you don't have to read the whole menu from head to tail. If, say, for example, they have the technology that they can do that themselves. But if, as a couple, you're sitting together to decide what to eat, sure, you can discuss about it. And it's maybe also like holding the disabled person as an equal and not, let me do everything for you because you're disabled, but what can you bring to the table too? Because they have something to bring to the table besides their disability. Like for me, my mom said, you wash the bathroom, just like your brother or anybody else. And we shouldn't get a free pass or a discount just because of our disability if we can do it. If we can't do it, then that's a different story. Let's see if there's technology or other ways that we can close that gap.
Thanks so much. So, but Cassandra, look, this is the end of the episode. Any last comment? Parting words?
Maybe rather than a comment, a request to those of you listening who do not have a disability, help us by going out there and opening your heart to be a friend to us. And if we have more friends, then there are bigger networks and there's more understanding in the community and creating that place for us will become natural, because I'm sure everybody wants their friend to also have a place on the table with them.
Thank you so much. That reminds me, I need to take John on a date.